Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. Please like and subscribe and don't forget to jab that notifications bell for all my latest uploads. Today I've got a review of Vida Lucha's knuckle pads, and I'll be showing you not only how to put them on but also discussing why people have knuckle pads in the first place and sort of their uses for different types of scenarios. So with knuckle pads, obviously you have your hand wraps, which you can wear on your own, or some people choose to have a little bit extra knuckle padding by having a gel pad like this one. There's lots of gel pads on the market, and this is Vida Lucha's sort of take on it. So let me just put that to one side. So why would people wear knuckle pads? Well, firstly, if you're looking for more knuckle protection, then that is a great way to have extra knuckle protection for your hand. So if you've got knuckle injuries or hand injuries and you want to make sure that that front of the fist is more protected, then what better way than to put some extra padding alongside your hand wraps. Of course, if you've got injuries, say to the thumb or the rear of the hand, those little bones at the rear of the hand may have been damaged in the past, maybe a street fight, and you need to put more hand wrap on this type part of the hand, on the thumb, or even on the wrist. If you broke your wrist or something at some stage, then you can have more hand wrap here, here and here if you haven't got to use your hand wrap to wrap more around the knuckles. So it's a real sort of dispersion of the pressure points of the hands. Now also, what I would say to you as well is you can use these if you've got roomier gloves. So I've got, as you know, I've got my winning gold and black custom ones, and I use my fast wraps in these, so I stretch the inside out so these gloves could accommodate the fast wraps. And now when I use these, I can either use the fast wraps or I can use normal hand wraps and these. So using gel pads, you can use them if you've got a glove that is a little bit more roomy. Maybe you've got a size up, or you've got a glove that you didn't realise was that big, and then that can sort of fill the gap, which is fantastic. And that brings me on to my Grant gloves, my 20-ounce Grant gloves, which, as you know from the video review, these are massive. But inside, if I wear hand wraps and the actual gel pad, what it means is it fills the extra space inside those massive gloves and makes these a really functional glove for me to use, as opposed to just normal hand wraps where still there is just a lot of room in there for my hands. So let me put that to one side as well. Also, what you can do is fight gloves. So fight gloves are meant to be used for 5 times 6 rounds in fights, and then after that they should be used for pad work or sort of light bag work, because the padding in a fight glove, a 10-ounce or an 8-ounce fight glove, it will wear very quickly when it's been used in fights, and then you're sort of left with a glove that is still fine, but the padding on the knuckle area isn't as good as it was. And so I've got sort of, say, this glove, which again is a Grant glove, where the padding is a little bottomed out there, and when I put these on, even though it's a small glove, you put these on with your hand wraps, that then fills that out, and it's almost like you've got a brand new glove, because the padding that has been flattened down there is replaced by the padding in the knuckle pad. So again, you can not only use them with roomier gloves, you can use them with gloves that perhaps the knuckle area has seen better days, and you can revive those gloves and still have a lot of use out of them, because it is a shame when you've got a glove and there's nothing wrong with it at all, apart from the fact that, say, the padding in the knuckle area has sort of worn down a little bit too much. Revive the gloves with those. And then the next glove I'm going to come on to is, I did a review of these Dinardo gloves, and I was a bit concerned that these gloves were a little sort of flat in the punching area, and as an amateur coach I was a little bit concerned that they'd be a bit too heavy to use in an amateur gym. Fine for professional gyms where they're trying to hurt each other, but in an amateur safety conscious gym I was a bit concerned that padding, how it flattened out, that it just wasn't sort of fit for purpose for sparring in amateur gyms. In saying that, if you use one of these, it fills out the padding in these particular gloves, and I wore these last week for sparring and they were superb. So again, I've got a pair of gloves that perhaps wasn't using as much in the amateur gym because of what I've said, and then suddenly I'm using these and I have now got a revitalised glove in terms of me being able to use them. If I was going to a pro gym, I could use without, but in my amateur gym, put the pads in and I can see myself using these gloves more and more. I absolutely loved using these gloves last week when I wore the Vida Lucha hand gel knuckle pads. So let's have a closer look at them. Okay, so I'll just do a hand wrap now so you can see how I insert the gel pads into my wrap. So splay my fingers as I normally do. I get to that stage there, and then get the gel pad, slide the gel pad over like so, keep that tight. Notice how I've not put it onto the knuckles because it will ride back, and that's part of what I'm showing you now, is put it sort of there and then it will ride back when it's in the glove, okay? So we don't sort of put it straight away onto there because it will go back. So we're going to there, and then just bring it round over the knuckles there, just to try and keep that pad in place, like so, and then over the back here and just secure it through the fingers. Again, notice I haven't moved it back at all. I've still got it in that position, which is almost on the second knuckles it's resting on. It's not resting on the full knuckles at the back. I'm just quickly doing this just to show you. Bring that round, and then a little bit more tighter around the back of that pad there. Bring that round the thumb, maybe one more time. And then once I've got that, then you finish off the hand wrap there. Again, I've used Vida Lucha's hand wraps on there, so as you can see. So I can clear the palm. I can also make that grip bar there as well, and as you can see, it's right at the front there, okay? So I haven't pushed it all the way back. That will go into the glove. As it goes into the glove will push it back, and then when you make a fist in the glove, it is then in the perfect position, okay? So don't make that mistake of wrapping it so that that pad moves back when you actually put it into your glove. Okay, so in terms of these, there is gel inside there. You've got Vida Lucha on the outside for the branding. There is gel inside there, and this is a non-slip cotton outside. Okay, so that's to stop that sort of movement. You don't want this moving around. One size fits all, and they are suitable to be washed at a low 30 degrees wash. Okay, so don't get putting them on a hot wash or anything because they probably disintegrate. So they are suitable for a low 30 degree wash. All right, now Vida Lucha, that means the fight life. Okay, I'll bring that round for you. You can see the seam there and how that slips over the knuckle area. And these are £13.99. And obviously, if you go onto the website, you can get hand wraps from them as well. They do white, aqua blue, which I've featured before, black, yellow, and grey, and they're £8.50. So, as I say, there's lots of scenarios where wearing gel pads like these are applicable, and as I say, they can revitalise gloves that perhaps you wouldn't use as much if you hadn't got a pair. So I really like these gel knuckle pads. Obviously you get two, you get them in a little carry bag just to keep them together. They're £13.99, which I think is an absolute bargain. And they're very, very functional to use, and I've already been through the different scenarios of where knuckle pads are a great benefit to you boxers out there. So all I'd say to you is make sure that as you're doing the wrap, like I showed you in the close-up, that when you've slid the glove into you've slid your hand and the knuckle guard into the glove, that you're in that position, and it's in that position there, so it's right on the punch surface, that's where it needs to be. Don't sort of wrap it so it's there, so when you put it in the glove it just brings it back into that position, because that's totally defeating the object of what you're trying to do. You've got the gel at the back of your hand, and when you really want it on the strike surface. Okay, so check them out at Vida Lucha. They do obviously t-shirts as well. They've sent a skipping rope through, which I'm currently testing. They're really getting into lots of different types of equipment, and so you will see their range expand. The t-shirts come in black, red and blue, and they also do caps as well, so check them out to see what they're producing. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel, and I shall speak to you soon.